Hey guys, Pete here from 10 Spot Tools, and today we are comparing the new M18 fuel roofing nailer to the old DeWalt 20 volt roofing nailer. I've had this DeWalt nailer for a while. Obviously I'm not a DeWalt guy, but Milwaukee didn't have one, DeWalt did. So I bought the DeWalt, figuring eventually when Milwaukee releases theirs, I'll probably sell the DeWalt off. So first thing I noticed about this, okay, the DeWalt loads like what I think of as a traditional roofing nailer, right? So if you want to load this gun, you have this release here, okay, and you flip that up, all right, and then after that you flip this over the other way. So this to me is how every roofing nailer I've ever used loads, so that's totally fine. Okay, great. But the Milwaukee actually has streamlined this process a little bit. This is the first time I've ever seen one like this. So you just open this, it flips out to the side, and boom, you're wide open. So it's a single step process instead of a two-step process, which I definitely like. And we're gonna look at some more stuff in just a minute. All right, guys, so here we go. We're gonna try a speed test now. First thing you notice, right? Pull the trigger on the DeWalt, and you hear that flywheel motor wind up. It's still my favorite thing in the world. It's not the end of the world, but I mean, flywheel motors to me, you know, for a nail gun, it's kind of a thing of the past at this point, but DeWalt still chose to do that for their roofing nailer. Obviously, this came out way before the Milwaukee did, so, you know, maybe you can't really fault them for using what I consider kind of a substandard technology. But as far as how that affects the speed, it's going to be pretty obvious when you see this here, so check this out. Okay, so I was trying to fire this gun as fast as I would fire, you know, an air-powered roofing nailer, and it couldn't keep up. Every other nail that I tried to fire there did not fire. Okay, so the flywheel motor definitely cannot keep up with the kind of pace that you get from an air nailer. Maybe the nitrogen canister can. So this, obviously, like other Milwaukee nail guns, you have to first turn it on, and then you have to switch the mode to tap, which is a little silly to me. I mean, I understand why the other guns have a mode switch, but for a roofing nailer, like, I don't ever want my roofing nailer not in tap mode. That's all right, though. It's in tap mode now. And again, I'm going to try to fire this as fast as I would fire an air nailer, and we're going to see what happens. First of all, pull the trigger, and you don't hear that flywheel noise. So that I already like. Okay? Now let's see how fast the fire rate is. Every single one of those nails fired. Not only that, but they all sank pretty nicely. So right off the bat, I could say the Milwaukee gun is definitely much, much faster than the DeWalt gun. Can it keep up with an air nailer? I mean, in the short term, absolutely. That was as fast, probably not quite as fast as I would fire the gun in real life if I'm actually putting down shingles, but that was some really fast tapping, and it kept up absolutely no problem. Can it do that all day? Can it completely replace an air nailer? I don't know, but it's definitely much, much closer to replacing an air nailer than this DeWalt is. So for those of you that are curious if it is worth upgrading to the Milwaukee from the DeWalt, my answer is a resounding yes. In addition to the fire rate, just some other features. All right, I already showed you about the loading, which I think is really great. Not that big a deal, but it's just nice. The hook, okay, I don't actually have a hook on my DeWalt one right now. The one it comes with is just like a regular belt clip. Again, totally fine, maybe not the best. I had actually printed a different clip, kind of like the ones they make at siding tips, because that one allows you to just hook it easy onto like a tool belt or something larger. But the clip that comes with the Milwaukee, I like. It's kind of similar to the one you see on the framing nailer, and it has two modes. The way it's set right now, it's easy to clip onto a belt, and whether it's a regular belt or a tool belt, right, that could slip right onto the edge of your tool bag, no problem, all right? Or you can put it out this way, and now you have a rafter hook. The rafter hook even has these little ridges on it. So, you know, obviously if you're putting it on a rafter, even if it's a very steep rafter, this should be able to stay in place pretty nicely. Those are some pretty aggressive little teeth it's got on there. This is a really nice gun. When I first got the cordless DeWalt, I liked it a lot. I knew right off the bat it could never replace an air nailer. With the Milwaukee, I like it way more. It's much faster, and it's at least questionable. Maybe it could replace an air nailer. All right, so that's it. Pete from 10 Spot Tools. Hope you like what you see here. Please like and subscribe.